Hi guys, it's Anime Analysis TV here and welcome to my first video. I decided to do it about Kuroko No Basket because it's one of my favourite animes and I'm a huge fan of the NBA, so it was really fun to do. First of all, I'm basing these rankings on how effective each player would be in a real NBA game rather than how the anime portrays them to be. Also, I'm going to compare their skill sets to someone who has played in the NBA previously. So let's get straight into it. So at number 7, Tetsuya Kuroko. He's the main character and has some pretty cool moves based on his misdirection, such as Vanishing Drive, and his all-around passing will be an asset to any team. However, in a real NBA game he will be quite useless, as I believe his abilities are based on the element of surprise, so over the course of an NBA season he would be found out quite quickly. Also, as anyone who's watched the NBA will know, it's a game with two sides, and the defensive side is as important as the offensive side, so Kuroko will get exposed defensively pretty much every game. His NBA comparison was quite difficult because he's a unique player, but the closest player I could think of was Ricky Rubio. At number 6, Atsushi Murasakibara. For his size, he's really quite agile and fast. His strength is way above anyone else's in the anime, and his Tornado 360 dunk is quite frightening. Also, his shot blocking ability would be invaluable to any team. Although Murasakibara is an absolute beast because of the way the NBA is played today and because of his lack of an outside shot, I had to put him 6th, which is a testament to the other guys in this anime. I also feel like his conditioning will let him down, as shown in the game against Sari. In the final few seconds, he couldn't quite handle that, and that's something that's common with big men. Having said that, if I was doing a rankings video on who would be the best in a 90s game of NBA, this would be a completely different story. Because of his size and strength and the agility that goes with that, the closest NBA player I could think of was Shaquille O'Neal. This guy was an absolute beast, just like Murasakibara, but he was also very agile in his early days at Orlando. At number 5, Tiger Kagami. This is a player who improved throughout the series, so I'm comparing him at his absolute peak to everyone else. Kagami has hops for days, period. Although as we saw in the anime, he can make the occasional outside shot, it's not reliable enough to be a weapon. However, he's a very good defender both on the perimeter and as a shot blocker, as we see him guarding pretty much all the generational miracles at one point or another. Although Kuroko enhances his abilities as a slasher, I think he can pretty much do the same with any competent point guard who will throw enough lobs to him. His NBA comparison was quite easy compared to the rest because as a slasher, there's been a lot throughout history, but the main guy is Vince Carter, who is an absolute beast. At number 4, Shintaro Midorima. This guy can pull up from 94 feet. Enough said, this guy is just a pure shooter. Obviously it's an anime, so these guys' power is vastly over exaggerated, but if you look at his skill set and take that into the NBA, he would still be a beast. He can handle the ball, create his own shot, and he's a really good defender. The only downside I can possibly think of is he would probably need someone else to create most of his shots, and it's pretty much the only reason I have him as number 4, because in the NBA of today, as many threes as they're shooting, this guy would be crazy. The NBA comparison for him was very easy. There's only one guy who can shoot like that and defend like that, and that's Klay Thompson from the Golden State Warriors. At number 3, Saijiro Akashi. This guy's the definition of a true point guard, and he's absolutely ankle breakers galore. His basketball IQ is far above anyone else's in the anime, and that shows by how he recognized Kuroko's talent for taiko. His Emperor Eye is ridiculous and it's just a testament of his basketball IQ. However, there's one main reason I have him at 3rd rather than 1st. He needs good players around him. As with most true point guards, you need an above average supporting cast to optimize their skill set, and he had that both at Taiko and Rakuzan. I know he could probably still do a lot of damage on his own, especially with his ankle breaking ability, but compared to some of the other guys, he cannot carry a team as well. His NBA comparison was quite hard. There's been a lot of great true point guards throughout the NBA. However, it came down to 2, Chris Paul or Jason Kidd. But because of the ankle breaking ability and the ball handle he has, I had to go with Chris Paul. At number 2, Daiki Ayomine. I know this guy's a fan favorite and mostly regarded as the best player out of the generation of miracles, but just hear me out guys. Iomine is an absolute basketball genius and has the athleticism and body to match. He's quite easily the most all-rounded player in the anime. He has a nasty handle, an outside shot, an inside game, and can defend pretty much any position. His only minor weak point is that he can be a little selfish, but he fixed that throughout the series. In short, the only reason I have him at number 2 is because how crazy I believe number 1's ability really is. His NBA comparison was quite difficult, but I had to go with Kobe being Bryant. That's because they're both really all-rounded and their shot making ability was ridiculous. At number 1, Ryote Kisei. You guys are probably surprised or even angry at this selection, but just think about perfect copy. This guy can drive like LeBron and shoot like Steph at the same time. He can dunk like Vince Carter and have the handle of Kyrie. That's insane. I know Perfect Copy has a time limit and you can't use it all game, but he's still a very good player without it, as we saw in the first season of the anime. And I know Iomine mentions that it's a copy, so it won't be as good as the real thing, but even at 80%, that ability is overpowered. Just imagine him activating Perfect Copy in any clutch game, for example Game 7 of the finals. No matter what you do, there's literally no stopping him. Even though he can only last for around 5 minutes, that's still crazy. This guy's NBA comparison is almost impossible. However, one place stuck out to me when I was thinking about this, and that's when T-Mac copied Kobe's move on Kobe. So for that, I'm gonna go with T-Mac. Thanks for watching, guys. Do comment below what your ranking is and why you probably think mine is awfully wrong. Also, as you can probably see, this is a new channel, so if you have any other anime video requests for me to do, please do let me know. Thanks for watching, guys.